Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to today's readings. Now, beautiful souls, although a pick a card reading is ultimately always timeless, when you come to a reading, if it shows up in your stream and you're drawn to it, it is inevitably the right one for you. However, at the moment, literally today, as I am doing these readings, Neptune is stationing direct and moving into retrograde, and we're also in a Mercury retrograde period. So today we're asking, what does this retrograde energy mean for you? So the messages that come through are very connected to the here and now energy. But as I said, with any pick a card readings, they are inevitably timeless. I was drawn to one myself the other day. It was several years old and the message was absolutely spot on. So I think we are naturally inherently drawn to the right reading for ourselves at the right time. But that's what we're asking about today. So if you're watching these as I'm uploading them, we're really leaning into this energy, the Neptune retrograde energy, which is a deeply spiritual, very powerful energy, and also Mercury. Obviously Mercury, I say obviously, if you're not an astrology follower, you may not be aware of this. Mercury is often associated with things going wrong or having hiccups and delays, but there is always a higher purpose. So this is what we are leaning into today. We have 3 beautiful palm stones to help to guide you into the readings, and 3 amazing cards from an independent card creator. I love using these cards. I will put the links to her website below if you're interested in these cards, and I always list all the cards for you. Now, beautiful souls, welcome everybody. Welcome back if you're returning, if you're already a Moon Magic Super Soul. It is an honour to read for you, and welcome if you're new. It is likewise an honour to read for you and to connect with you. So, beautiful souls, let me show you the cards in more detail and indeed the palm stones. So, for pile 1, we have card number 26, Uttarabhadrapada, and this is with the lapis lazuli palm stones. So let me just show you this in absolute detail so you can really have a good look. So there is your card, and this is the lapis lazuli crystal, the palm stone. It's very, very amazing. I always feel when I hold this palm stone, it's like I'm looking into the universe. It's quite magical. It really, really is. So that is pile 1. Pile 2, you have the card number 22, Shravana. Let me show this to you so you can have a really good look. There's a lot of information on these cards. They're really stunning. So that's pile 2. And this is with the serpentine palm stone. Can you see that? Some really quite amazing shapes. Almost quite runic kind of shapes in here, in this. Very amazing stone. So that is for pile 2. And for pile 3, card number 20, Purvashada. This is what your card is like. You can have a really good look. And this is with a very dark piece of moonstone. Really magical. This is one of a pair of moonstone palm stones that I use. Actually, I use them together. It's something I've been talking about on my, or starting to work with on my course website. Working with stones. When we work with the pentacles, the suit of pentacles, we can really lean into working with crystals particularly. Anyway, this is the moonstone. Okay. So, my beautiful souls, those are your piles. Now, in a moment, I will also ask the universe. So if you're not sure which pile or piles you're drawn to, you can check out that part of the video. But what I'll do now is leave the video running for just a few moments, just to give you a little bit longer if you need it. You can always press the pause button if you need even more time. And then I will either see you for the Ask the Universe part if you're not sure, or I will see you in the readings. Beautiful souls, thank you so much for being here. Welcome everyone to the part of the video where we ask the universe to pick a pile. This is the homepage of my website. If any of you are brand new to the channel, on my website you can actually click on this button to help to find your pile, to ask the universe to find the pile for you, and you can also find a reading as well. Obviously today we're just asking the universe to reveal a pile or piles. This is like a mechanical thing, but it's very interesting. Pile 1, how accurate it has been proving to be. Many people have contacted me, thank you, to say it is extraordinary how this guides them to the right pile and indeed the right readings as well. So thank you so much for that feedback. So today, pile 1 is the pile that is recommended. Beautiful souls, I'll see you in the reading in just a moment. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. Now, we have Uttarabhadra Pada. This is a very powerful energy, and we are asking about the retrograde energy. But whenever you come to this reading, the messages that are going to come through will be, I'm sure, appropriate or right for you now if you've been drawn to this reading. Sitting with the lapis lazuli, where I really feel like I can see the universe. There's something of this energy in this card. The energy here is connected to Saturn and also Jupiter. So there's a real potential in this card to be able to make something real, to bring something like maybe a purpose to light, perhaps. Now we're asking about retrograde energy. Let's see let's draw some cards. So you have Libra. You have Libra energy, okay, and you also have Capricorn energy. Okay, so this is an energy that is around you. So Libra is always going to want balance, and Capricorn energy, but Capricorn energy is quite earthy. It's ruled by Saturn. Okay, so what is it that we are being shown here for you? Let us find out more. You have the sever vows of poverty. Okay, this is fascinating. The message on this card, let me read this to you. It says, "Dear one, there is no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of undoing any vows of poverty or self-denial that you may have made, consciously or unconsciously, in any lifetime. As you do so, all effects of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of time." Your messages are, or your message about the retrograde energy is becoming quite clear. I will draw a few more cards first. But this is really fascinating. You have an opportunity to overcome something, to overturn something. You have lunar eclipse change. Oh my goodness me. The eclipse energy is very, very powerful as well. When we enter eclipse season, and we are fast approaching eclipse season at the time of this reading, when we are in eclipse energy, it's like a portal where we can address within the present moment. We can address issues of the past, including past lives, in order to change the shape of the future. Now, there is something here about bringing something back into balance. Let me place this card down here. I think that's going to be a good space for it. Where can we put your cards? Yeah, that's going to work quite well for us, I think. Let's draw more. Wow. Okay, this is really significant. And look at this, you get the retrograde card. Wow, wow. Pile 1, your reading is blowing me away. And then you have Ceres, nurture. But you know, with this card, I always see this scythe, and the moment I see it, it's like, okay, there's going to be opportunity to do some weeding, some pruning, to cut some cords, which of course involve, I guess nurturing anything into the new is going to involve cutting cords and letting go of things that no longer serve. So what I'm seeing is a really significant opportunity for you in the retrograde energy. This is about releasing something, Now, this could literally go back to past lives. In fact, I think I'm going to ask your tarot cards about past lives before we do anything. It could be, there will be current history as well. But just look at what we have here. This card says there is no need to suffer or sacrifice. And here we have sacrifice, renunciation, seclusion, virtuous, secrecy, empathy, inaction, because this is a really powerful card, and the energy of this card does kind of suggest it's like a spiritual awakening, but where things really come together, the power to bring cosmic rain. I think the retrograde energy is going to bring you an opportunity to release something that has previously held you back. And whatever this release is, this is about changing the shape of your future. So I think you'll be shown something or given something during the retrograde period. There may be some things you need to let go of, but in turn, there are also, this is a space of nurture as well. It's like something is coming together. I mean, this is almost like the higher vibrational energy of this card brings, it's like a successful yogi, or, somebody who attains what they've been trying to attain. So I think this retrograde energy at the moment, what is going to be coming into you, there'll be an opportunity, to both weed and prune, but my goodness me, to nurture something as well, to bring yourself back into balance, but in a very practical way as well, maybe to even achieve some ambition. If there's been, I wonder if there has been something that has been holding you back. And it literally could be something you have carried from a past life. When sometimes you feel like however hard you work, somehow things aren't clicking into place and you question why. And, I had a conversation with someone just the other day who was saying, I feel a bit like maybe I'm carrying a curse or something. And, there could be something like something you've carried with you. Let's ask about the past life. Is there anything pile one need to be aware of from a past life that can be now concluded, karmically completed? Is there anything from a past life? Look at that. You have the devil. Now, the devil is ultimately a card of liberation. This is a card that invites you to free yourself from things that have been holding you back. Let's get more information about this card and follow this through. You have the Seven of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. Okay, so let's. I think this is telling us maybe a little bit about how this is being played out in your current life, but I also think it's telling us something of a past life too. So, in your current life, I think the way this has manifested is that I think you have struggled maybe with the envy of others. I think you have learned, I think you carry more than your fair share with the Ten of Wands here. You carry more than your fair share of responsibility, and I think you're a little bit susceptible to people who want you to do things for them or want you to carry stuff for them. And I think if we look at a past life, I think you may have genuinely lived in service. Now, whether that was in spiritual service or whether it was in service to, there was certainly some element of something where you succumbed or you had no opportunity maybe in a past life. Historically, you were bound by your position in life. Some of you may have gone into servitude in some way. Some of you may have literally been tied. For some of you, I do think in a past life there could have been really some quite significant misuse of power that are around you. It's interesting what's coming through here is and this will be for some, not for all, gosh, but for some of you that like a connection. I was looking at something, my younger sister, who some of you will know is an astrologer, I was looking at something she'd sent me, and it was actually about abuse that had taken place, within Ireland. She lives in Southern Ireland, and abuse that had taken place, misuse, abuse of young women, of especially particularly unmarried women who, girls who became pregnant. This may have a connection for some of you, but there's definitely been some kind of a power issue, and as a result you have been bound by it. It's almost like you learned, in order to protect yourself, you've carried with you the fear of people who carry power over others or wield power over others inappropriately, and that's come from some element of a past life. And literally, you therefore, in this life, it's almost as though you carried that with you, and you have been naturally carrying more than your fair share in order to protect yourself. In many ways, I think you've learned to shine, but you've learned to shine in service of others, and there's nothing wrong with being in service of others, but it's out of balance. You've learned to shine in service of others rather than just learning to shine, rather than reaping the rewards for yourself as well. There's nothing wrong with being in service for others. I know for myself, my own calling is very much about being in service. But, and I've personally actually needed to sort of navigate something of this, learning to, take an ownership of my entitlement to sort of, to earn money rather than just to give, because we do live in a world where we do need those, we do need finances in order to pay our bills. So this is, but for you, I'm seeing this goes back to a past life. There has been something, a wielding of inappropriate power. And you've carried something of that with you, and it's manifested in this way. Now, I think the retrograde energy here is offering you an opportunity to release some aspect or some belief within you that says, you can't have. This is bringing your ambitions back into the line, into your line of sight, and saying, actually, why shouldn't you have ambitions? Why shouldn't you? Are as entitled as anyone else. So there's a letting go of some kind of a vow of poverty, something you can't have. Absolutely, you can have it. It's manifested in this world, in this lifetime, but it's time to release it and let it go. Let's get more information. Is there anything that my pile ones can actively do to assist this process, or are circumstances just going to show up to enable this to be worked through? May we kindly ask for more information for my pile ones. Did I say pile 2? I'm not sure what I said. My apologies if I referred to you as pile 2 when you are in fact pile 1. 7 of Swords. Okay. Now this is a card of underhandedness. Seeing somebody hiding. And then we have the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. These are very powerful out there energies, the two Knights. You have the card of Temperance, which is bringing things back into balance. Oh my goodness me, you've also got you've got 3 Knights. Okay, let me place our... This is really interesting. My beautiful souls, I need to do something with this card. Isn't it interesting? It's in the way. It's in the way. I feel like I almost need to ceremonially remove this or place it somewhere else. Okay. Because we have another Knight here. You've got 3 Knights, so there is action to be taken here. I'm wondering about visibility here, but there is an action to be taken. I'm questioning what the 7 of Swords is telling us, but I feel like it's like this is literally in the way. So we need to remove it. Now, beautiful souls, I'd like you just to... I'm going to do a little bit of energy clearing here for you. So if you are able to, I'd like you just to really just sit with the card of the Devil and just sit with, how this might be feeling for you. Notice where in your body, you're getting a response to the energy of this card. because this is no longer serving you. Okay, so really lean into this energy for a moment. I'd like you to take a really big deep breath in, and as you release your breath, I'm going to move this card. So take a deep breath in, and now as you release your breath, I'm removing that. I'm not taking it away because we don't lose what has happened, but I'm placing it over here underneath. I'm giving it back to the universe. We're transmuting it into love and giving it back to the universe. Okay, now we have where we are now. You've learned to carry more than your fair share of things. This is a time, the retrograde energy, I think, is going to create an opportunity for you to take some kind of an action to bring your world back into balance. It may even be, 3 nights, that maybe people arrive to support you, to honour you. Circumstances arrive. With the Knight of Pentacles, maybe something actually comes to fruition as well here. This is about energy. This is about your mental power of thought on a practical level. Something comes, it's like the energy is primed for you to be able to literally nurture something. I almost feel as though we've done the letting go. This is severing those vows. I think we've let go of something here energetically. What's the Seven of Swords? Let's ask for a little bit more information about this. You have the Three of Pentacles and the Five. Okay. The Five of Wands. Okay. This is connected to feeling as though you can't be seen because of the competitiveness or the envy of others. How interesting. We have the Three of Pentacles and you have 3 knights. I think that maybe for some of you, three significant circumstances will occur during the retrograde energy, or 3 significant people may arrive to support you. And this is because this is about collaboration. I love this Five of Wands card. It's such an energy of competitiveness. But you know what? They really look like they're having fun. It's got a much more collaborative energy. And we even have 3 swifts, 3 swallows. I don't know if these are swallows or swifts or house martins. But I think something is swiftly going to change. And there will be 3 areas of your world, or 3 circumstances, or 3 specific people who arrive to assist you. And this is about overthrowing this perception that somehow you have to do everything yourself, or you can't receive help, or that people will be envious of you, or that you have to navigate in a way that doesn't honour you in your entitlement to be rewarded for your hard work. I think 3 specific things. So 3 specific rewards. That's what I'm seeing coming through here. May we kindly ask, or indeed 3 people coming in to assist. May we kindly ask for any more information. We have the 6 of Pentacles here. Seeing both of these, the 6 of Pentacles, the Chariot, and then you have the 5 of Swords. That is an interesting card. A doorway is to be opened for you. And I think I do see a huge amount of, I would venture to say, success. If your ambition, whatever your ambition might be, your ambitions might be your entitlement. I do feel someone, interestingly enough, is kind of like, not exactly the loser, but what's reversed? Of course, this is unfairness reversed, I think. If someone has been, if people have treated you badly, let's say you have been carrying more than your fair share, it's like the roles will be reversed. This is really karmic, my beautiful souls. This is really karmic. Now, Neptune is stationing direct. The higher vibration of Neptune is profound spiritual awareness. The lower vibration can be someone pulling the wool over your eyes. I think that I think that the tables are turning, and they are turning in your favour. So you are able to release those perspectives that you can't have, literally, whatever that may be for you. I think very quickly, I think you are going to see success during these retrograde periods. There'll be opportunity for you to, it literally is almost as though you are able to release, realign, and come into your own. 3 areas of your life. This could be your own peace of mind, your own clarity of direction, financial rewards, or indeed, if you've had any health issues, health rewards. But also spark, creativity, energy, passion. Yeah, a gateway is to be opened for you. I think this is going to be, interestingly enough, a very fast-moving period. Sometimes retrograde energy can be very slow and it's almost as though everything slows down. Interestingly enough, I think for you, things are going to speed up. I think doors are opening because what the retrograde energy is doing is revisiting an imbalance and it's bringing things back into balance. And those balances are being brought back into in your favour. And I think, so I almost just want to say, open your arms to receive. Take action when necessary. But this really is open your arms to receive. I'm seeing opportunities being offered to you. And with Sarah's nurture, we're seeing a potential harvest here. Yeah, let go of anything within you. I feel there will be opportunities here that enable you to overcome, release anything within you that says you can't have, whatever having would mean for you. Wow. Do you know, I just glanced up at the video, the recording, and it was at 21:21 as I glanced up at the screen in front of me. Wow. If any of you are tuning in with numbers, or, I mean, 2121 is an angel number. I'm not sure what it means. Do you know, I might just have a look. Let me press the pause button. I'm just going to check it out and see what it means. And I'll let you know. Pile 1, I just literally pressed the pause button and checked it out. The angel number 2121, I just had literally just Googled it. It is about balance, harmony, relationships, connections, collaborations. Wow. 3 areas of life, or 3 people coming in who support you. Doorways opening very fast, and this is like, it's like payback time, but in the most positive way possible. Pile 1, this is your reading. It is such an honour to be reading for you. Thank you so much for being here. If this is resonating with you and you want to make sure you never miss a reading, do subscribe and press the little bell icon. I'm sending you loads and loads and loads of love. This just is magical. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. Let's find out what this retrograde energy is meaning for you. You have a Leo card showing itself there. I wonder if you're to become visible in some way. Shravana is an energy of learning, but also sometimes of teaching or of traveling to learn, a bit like going to university. And there we have Libra as well. Now, Libra showed up in pile 1. Okay, if you were drawn to pile 1, that may have some relevance, although this is just one card out of many. So you have the energy of Libra. You also have the energy of Leo. Okay. I wonder if you're to be visible as a teacher. with Leo, because Leo is very, very visible. There's a joy in the Leo energy. Let's see what else we are shown here for you. How interesting. This one stayed on the base. I think we'll use this. Release resentments about money. Okay. This is interesting. Let me read this to you. This card says, yes, the money systems of the world can seem upsetting, but holding resentments about finances just pushes your abundance away. Instead, see money as a tool that you can use to better the world, and this shift will help you to attract support and golden opportunities. Okay, what else do we have? I feel there is another from this deck, and there it is. You also have pay yourself first. Ooh, this is so interesting. Make yourself your most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you are paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and in your future. Okay. Gosh, so there's some kind of an investment. The retrograde energy is bringing the opportunity for you to invest in something that will potentially come to fruition later. That isn't feeling quite right. May we kindly ask for more information about the retrograde energy for my pile twos? May we kindly ask for more guidance and more information? Something isn't feeling quite right. Let's just with this deck. There it is. Thank you. Pisces, sensitize. Okay. Okay. You have two from this deck. Oh my goodness me, you've got ninth house, faith, and Yod, destiny. This is super, super interesting. Okay, let's move these along. Okay. Right, my pile two. Release resentments about money, pay yourself first. Pisces, sensitize. Now, Libra is wanting balance, but it's also about communication and the power to connect with others. What are we being shown here for you, my beautiful pile twos? Now, this is about learning and teaching. Leo's about being visible. I feel like you are needing to prioritize yourself. We've got financial elements coming through here. I wonder if there is something that you can do or something you would like to do that will benefit others. May even be something quite alternative. I'm looking at the palm here, the palm reading in this card. Let me show this to you. Can you see we have a palm with all the lines here? It's like learning to read. Yeah, if any of you are interested in learning the tarot, it's not something I'm particularly promoting actually, but at the time of doing this reading, because of a reading that I did just a couple of days ago, in pile, funnily enough, it was pile 3. I opened my tarot course just for 2 weeks at a reduced rate. It is a 2-week only offer, so if you're watching this at a later date, that is not relevant, but it is available at, just for 2 weeks only at half price. We have a lot of big stuff going on in the tarot course at the moment in its development, so it's pretty exciting times, and I wasn't going to reopen it for a little while, but in fact, something came through in pile 3 of a previous reading, and it is here. It may be in the retrograde energy. It's that Neptune spiritual awareness. I think you might be shown something of a calling, something of a purpose, and it's something that you can actually earn money from. And maybe there is an element of sensitivity around this, because it's a tricky one, isn't it? I think when I used to work, for those of you that are new to my channel, I was a psychotherapist for a long time, and when I worked with student counsellors, When they reached a point where they were ready to set up in private practice, there was often a lot of sort of emotional work to do to sort of enable them to feel comfortable about charging for their services. In a way they kind of know they need to. On the other hand, there's such an ethos of genuine empathy and care within that particular profession that sometimes it can feel really hard to actually charge somebody when they are sort of struggling with something. But there's something here about you following your destiny, finding a pathway. I'm wondering if something will actually be revealed to you so that there's a pathway for you to follow where it's something of your calling, something of your purpose. May we kindly ask, feels very spiritual energy around you. May we kindly ask about this. What is the retrograde energy showing or bringing for my pile twos? I'm seeing all these cards coming through for you. You have the Queen of Swords. Now her energy is she's very intellectual, she's a thinker. And then you have the Lovers. Okay, the Lovers is a card that invites discernment. You have the Ten of Cups. Okay, let's move these up. You have the Ten of Cups and the Chariot. You have the Ten of Wands. You have the Star. And you have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Let me move your cards around a bit. I feel like I want these, you're almost like this is your top priority row of cards. And then we have these two here. The Queen of Swords and the Lovers. Clarity of direction, discernment, choices. The Ten of Cups is something that you will love. It's a long-term commitment. With the Ten of Wands, I wonder if you are actually going to step up into a position of greater responsibility. Actually, like a commitment to a pathway. I think it does involve greater responsibility. There's a discerning choice being made here during the retrograde period. It is as if something is I think you see something with clarity. You're able with the Queen of Swords to make a very clear choice about some particular direction in your life. And I do think you have it's like you can step up. Now the Ten of Wands, the high vibration of this card is about releasing yourself from things that no longer serve you, stepping into a space of liberation, but sometimes also I feel like you take responsibility for something. Maybe you even grasp responsibility for your own, you take responsibility for your own happiness, for your own well-being even. I'm going to get more cards for you, my beautiful pile two. You have the card of Strength. Okay. You have the Three of Swords. You have the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. This is very interesting. I feel as though the retrograde energy, my beautiful pile twos, is going to bring you an opportunity for you to take. It's almost like you can take responsibility for your own well-being and your own long-term happiness. For some of you, this is following something that would bring you maybe even financial independence, like where you would perhaps embrace a purpose, a calling. But there's something about you making a clear choice or a clear decision to move forwards with something that it's like you're choosing to invest in something of your long-term future, and you own it. It's like taking an ownership of this. And there is an opportunity for you genuinely to invest in yourself, to put your well-being at the top of the list, literally. For some of you, there could be a financial opportunity that you can invest in. For others, it could be like a career move, but it could be a commitment to teaching or to learning something that will ultimately, like doing a course or a course of study, or it could be even building a course of your own. But you take charge of something. I think it simply becomes very clear to you that you need to be responsible for your own for your own happiness and your own well-being. And I think you make some decisions accordingly that literally are about prioritizing what is right for you. And that's what I feel I'm seeing here. This is what the retrograde energy is bringing, an opportunity for you to really shift into a place of empowerment. I get the impression that you have, with the Three of Swords, possibly felt either hurt or stuck or limited by something. I actually love the Three of Swords. It's an energy that people sometimes find difficult, but in reality, it's a point where something breaks open and we can move beyond something. It's like if we have been broken-hearted, for example, it's the point when the healing really begins, because we acknowledge how we feel and we do something about it. And that's what I'm seeing here. There's an energy of validation, acknowledging how you feel about something and making clear choices and decisions that own your well-being and the best course of action and the best course of investment for your future. For some of you, this could be connected to a relationship, but for others, it's connected to your family circumstances, to your living circumstances. For some of you, it could be a combination of the both, because your living circumstances are also connected to your family, to your partners, partnership. But you make a decision here, and in many ways you are moving beyond something and making an investment that will pay dividends in the future. And that's what I see the retrograde energy showing you. Is there anything else that we can ask? We have Pisces sensitize. May I kindly ask about this? We have two fish here. May I ask about the Pisces sensitize energy, what this is really showing us? We have for you the Seven of Cups and the Devil. So this is about making clear choices. Okay. The Seven of Cups is a card that invites us to dream. All the sevens kind of connect to choice of some sort, but this is inviting you to dream. And the Devil is something, well, it's an interesting energy, because it can mean that we have to cut cords to something that holds us back. But it can also be really owning something you desire. I think for some of you, you might even actually, for the first time, really recognise there's something you really, really want. And you're prepared. There's opportunity in the retrograde period to be able to take the first steps towards making it real. It might be like setting up a savings account and saving for something that you deeply, deeply desire. Something that you would really love. But yeah, this is what I see here, an ownership of something that you really want, the opportunity to make a physical step, to take a physical action or physical actions towards making it real, and to invest in something that will bring you what it is that you are, the thing that you are manifesting. Almost like leaving behind doubt And really, it would be like making a commitment and saying, you know what, that's what I really want to do. Like let's say you've never bought a house and you really, really want to. This is like saying, rather than feeling like I can't, I'm going to actually trust, have faith in the universe that this will be possible. I'm going to start to put aside some money. Every month, that's what I'm going to do, or every week whenever I get paid, and trust that the universe will do the rest for me. It's a point of destiny, and it's almost as though by mentally making the commitment, setting the intention, the universe can then respond. So perhaps part of the learning is literally the star of learning here with Shravana. Part of the learning is this recognition that you can set an intent and the universe will respond. I think this is all about manifesting something you desire. It seems as though the retrograde energy is primed to give you an opportunity to make a commitment. And this is about the long-term future, your long-term future here. Wow. Well, this is super cool, pile 2. It really, really is. I think this is absolutely about manifestation. How interesting. Because the retrograde energy in these readings that's coming through seems to be quite forward moving, which is interesting because retrograde energy is often far more reflective. I mean, maybe it is through reflection that you really make a very clear choice, or looking back at everything that's led you to where you are now, and you make very clear choices about what you want to build in the future. But my goodness me, I wonder as well, looking at this ear, the one who hears, the ear, maybe you also hear something, a message, a communication comes through. Or maybe you also are in a space where you are reflective enough to recognize that life has been bringing you messages, circumstances, and those circumstances are all about guiding you in a particular direction. And maybe in a reflective space of this energy, you really recognize and hear what those messages are, and then take action accordingly in terms of setting your intent and making a clear choice. I feel there is a commitment here that you make to that future pathway. And for some of you, it could be a commitment in relationship. For others, it's more to do with finances. But however it is, or even if you were committing to a relationship, you would be doing so whilst actually safeguarding your own interests as well. At the beginning of a relationship, we don't always know how things are going to pan out. So you would safeguard your interests as you navigate forwards into something. You make a commitment. This looks like a lovely long-term future, but you're also safeguarding what is right for you. Wow. Pile 2, this is your reading. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sending you all the love in the world. Thank you, all of you. If you wish to make sure that you never, ever, ever miss a reading, do please subscribe and press the little bell icon. Loads and loads of love, Pile 2. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. You have Purvashada and this beautiful piece of dark moonstone. Now, the invincible star. This is a very interesting energy because this has so much energy of being almost like quite unstoppable in something. And yet, sometimes it has the energy of expanding so quickly that there is a lack of recognition of the consequences of actions. So let's see what we are shown. What is the retrograde energy bringing you? You have the energy of Pisces and also the energy of Sagittarius. This is interesting because this card connects to Sagittarius. Okay, I wonder if there is a need to be sensitive to expansion. I wonder if the retrograde energy will bring you an awareness of maybe consequences of actions, or maybe even of how you can expand and just having a great time, getting out there, expanding, but also it's like having a spiritual awareness of your expansion. Release resentments about money. This is interesting. This card came out, I believe it was in pile 2. Yes, the money systems of the world can seem upsetting, but holding resentments about finances just pushes your abundance away. Instead, see money as a tool that you can use to better the world. And this shift will help you attract support and golden opportunities. Okay, I wonder if there will be. It may have been pile 1 it came out. Anyway, let's not go there. Let's focus on your pile. I wonder if there will be an opportunity here to expand in some way. Maybe you get to reflect upon that expansion. What are we shown for pile 3? Oh, my goodness me. You have the pinnacle, the mid-heaven. Oh, my goodness me. I think there will be more from this deck. That's a stunning card of expansion. You have Chiron Heal. I feel like there is a third from this deck. May we kindly ask? Yes, there it is. And Dignified Strength. Okay. This is fascinating, pile 3. Goodness me, I think you can shed a skin here. And you emerge. I think maybe something that has been, it's interesting, maybe something that has been blocking you is released during this. It's healed. This is fascinating because the energy around these readings has actually been sort of, it's got this sort of like really interesting forward motion energy about it. It was present in both pile 1 and pile 2. And yet retrograde energy generally slows things down or takes us into a more reflective place, or we revisit things. With you, I feel as though you're going to rise. It's like water is unstoppable. We've got water going overboard, just doing something, releasing fears and going for it. Maybe that's part of the retrograde energy, that you get to release some fears around doing something, and you can literally go for it. You have here a Yod, Destiny. I'm staggered. And the 9th house, Faith. These 2 cards came out in pile 2. And the reason I'm so staggered is because when I pack up after the reading, I put the cards in completely different places in the deck, and then I shuffle them, and out they have popped. Okay. Now, astrologically, there is a ton of stuff happening. And whenever you've come to this reading, my goodness me, this is a flavour of genuine, it's that point of destiny, that point of turn. Maybe you're given the energy or the expansive power to rise. It's almost as though I do feel as though some things will emerge in the retrograde period that it kind of does make you, I don't want to say unstoppable in an invincible way, because that's not very real, but I think you can expand in a way that it feels as though doors will open for you rather than close. It's like doing something for the joy of doing it, loving it, being really, really optimistic, having the strength, the courage, the perseverance to rise. Maybe you even rise above something. You have the 10 of Swords. I think something does come to an end for you. Well, that's rather lovely, whatever that might be. You have, card of Justice. Okay. I'm seeing all of these, and this one, and this one. Okay, I think the retrograde energy is going to complete something for you, and it frees you. It absolutely liberates you. It frees you. You have the card of the Lovers. You have the 3 of Swords. Yeah, I think something will complete. You have the 7 of Swords. You have the card of the Chariot. And you have the Page of Cups. Okay. I think it's going to bring something to a completion. It may even bring something out in the open that wasn't seen before. I want to say justice will be served. It puts you in a position of choice. I think something is revealed to you actually here. You know, like if there was something, same with this, with the palm we see here. You know, when this is like a moment, this feels like a moment of destiny where something is shown to you. It would be like if you were tied into something, carrying more than your fair share of responsibility, but basically where you felt like you had an obligation to something, and then you're shown something, or something either completes, or you're shown something that's revealed to you, and it liberates you. You're not bound by it anymore. If any of you are tied up in any legal dealings, they'll come to a completion during the retrograde period. And it frees you. You can now move forwards. But it does feel for me as if for some of you, something is revealed that frees you. If you felt you had an obligation and then suddenly you learn something about someone and you think, wow, I've been really committed to you 100%. And now I realise that you weren't committed to me. So I don't feel bound by this anymore. So whether it's a sort of a personal binding to something, or it's you've made a commitment. Again, release resentments about money. This would be like if you have been, what if you've been working overtime for somebody just to help them out, and you really love them, and you've really supported them, and they've always told you they're barely scraping by, and you think, well, I couldn't possibly charge for my services, or you've been even loaning them money, and then suddenly you discover that you receive a communication from somewhere or someone, and you discover that they've got plenty of money. And you're like, wow, all this time you have been telling me you haven't got anything, and I've been committed to you, and actually you do. And then you can release something, you let go. But something is healed, you're moving on from something. There's definitely like a completion and an ending. But there is also an element of healing within it. It doesn't feel as though you come out feeling resentful, almost as though you have the strength within you to sort of, a bit like the example I just gave of that energy, it would be like having the ability to say, do you know what? If that's how you want to live your life, then so be it. But do you know what? I'm going to choose to be different. I wouldn't want to live like that. I'm not clinging to past resentments. I'm moving on. There's something here that liberates you and you expand. There's a mountain for you to climb. You're not held back. Yeah, it's like you're not divided anymore. You're not held back. Or maybe you had divided loyalties in some way. But you're not held back by something anymore. This is a very powerfully positive, super duper duper, with knobs on positive, like with having the cake with the cherry on the top. This is a really, really, really powerfully positive completion, and therefore you can now expand. You can shed a skin. You're not bound by something anymore, whatever that may be for you. May we kindly ask for more? You have the King of Swords. You're in charge. You can be in charge of your own destiny here. It's like you can step up. Wow. But it's interesting. It's really gorgeous because you can step up, but you're stepping up with compassion. You're stepping up with... There's no stepping up with resentment. There's stepping up with joy. You're not held back. You have the 9 of Pentacles. You have the Devil. You have the 5 of Wands. Very interesting energy. The 5 of Wands is quite competitive, but I always love this 5 of Wands because they're very playful with each other. Gosh, if any of you have been dealing with anyone or a circumstance that where somebody has, I don't know, behaved hurtfully or done something, behind your back, or you're literally able to shift your energy as well. That's what I'm also seeing here. It's almost as though the reflective element of the retrograde energy enables you to shift your perspective to one where you can sort of almost laughingly look at the way other people behave. If somebody's behaved badly behind your back, something comes, as I said, for some of you, something comes to light. However we look at it, this is an energy of completion. You are unstoppable. You can move forwards here. You can't be held back anymore by somebody else's negativity or somebody else's toxicity or somebody else's need to control or power. It is as if the energy is supporting you in being compassionate, but at the same time, no longer held back. I almost want to get a sneaky peek into the future for you. Where is this going for my pile threes? What's the shape of the future here for my pile threes? May we kindly ask? Because this feels like, not exactly epic, but it does feel as though there is a lot of really, 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 it's like the universe has your back. You have the Six of Swords. Yeah, this is time to move on. You have the Six of Wheels and the Five of Pentacles. This is time to... This is an opportunity for you. The energy, the retrograde energy, is an opportunity for you to move away from a circumstance where you felt hurt or left out in the cold, or as if somebody behaved in an underhanded way. I think doorways will be open for you. I think you're able to be very generous of spirit, but also move forwards and beyond something. And I do think you will expand. You may even choose to be very benevolent and very, literally generous. Even if you were negotiating something where you realise that somebody was trying to take more than their fair share, you're probably able to, the energy around you will enable you to expand in a really amazing way and actually be quite benevolent towards somebody. You may find yourself being generous to someone, whether it's generous of heart or generous in an actual physical kind of financial way. But the energy for you is clearing the way, actually, and I do feel something will significantly move forwards, very much in your favour, very, very much. It is this point of completion because of the reflective energy again with the retrograde energy. It may be something historically can finally be resolved and laid to rest, which would also be very joyous. And if that is the case, you may well find that some form of communication comes through that enables you to hold that lovely perspective of compassion, and to be thoughtful and compassionate, no longer held back by something, but also to feel, sad that maybe somebody hasn't lived well or behaved well. But this is literally the universe has your back. You can expand. You can move beyond something, whatever that is for you. I suspect because of the retrograde energy, it is historical. It's something that has possibly felt... I think it had an emotional content for some of you as well. Goodness me, wow, and more wow. This has a real depth to it, my beautiful pile threes. I am thrilled for you because this is expansion. And I don't like to use the invincible word because I just feel that feels a little bit too omnipotent. But honestly, I think you're going to expand, you're going to move forwards. And it's almost as though because of your own success, I think that's what happens as well. If people, let's say somebody again was taking advantage of you, you might make a very clear decision about, you're not prepared to give to that person anymore. However, at the same time, it's like because you are so successful, because nothing is stopping you, you're not held back anymore. I mean, this is the key here. You are no longer held back. And because of your own success, because of your own expansion, you are able to feel very benevolent and very generous, even to those who you might once have perhaps resented or felt difficult towards. This is a big energetic shift, as well as, I think, a shift in your capacity to literally be successful, to expand in your own right. Pile 3, this is your reading. Beautiful souls, I'm thrilled for you. It feels as though this retrograde period is bringing so much potential for resolution and possibility. I am super looking forward to it, even though often we associate retrogrades with more challenging circumstances. The energy feels really divinely guided, which is just magical. Pile 3, tons of love. Don't forget to subscribe and press the little bell icon if you want to make sure you never, ever, ever miss a reading. Loads of love.